Good evening, everybody. We are here on Saltburn, Long Island, at the government dock with all, well, not all, but some of our concerned fishermen, and we want to discuss the outrageous fees that's put on the Bahamian people with the boat registration. My name is Marvin Cartwright. I own a small tour business, and I'm also a fisherman. Started out as fishing. I just want to ask the government where their head was when they thought about the young people. How could you put all these fees on some young people just coming out of school and want to start a business? And first registration for a 20-foot boat is, I think, $2,700 or somewhat. Last year I paid $20. This year, coming up, I have to pay $750 for a 20-foot boat. I have a lot more concerns, but I want to give somebody else the floor and I have to say a few words. It's Emil Knowles.
Good evening, Bahamas. My name is Emil Knowles, a commercial fisherman all my life from 1992. This is my boat here, bought in 99. And from what I see, it's no for the Bahamas being these islands only built on two things, fishing and farming. And how do a young person get into this? All right, right now, the registration was $200 for this boat. Now you're looking at $3,000. How do you get from 200 to 3,000? You could see a 25 to 30% increase, but not a 3,000 or 35% increase. That's my 5 cents.
My name is Roger Cartwright. I own Long Island Boat Rentals and Tours. Started out with a small company. Now we grown it up. I have 10 people employed, and I want to know how is it that I went from 15 boats being registered at $800 a year to 15 boats now at $8,000 a year. The government said they're behind small businesses, but how does this make sense? That's cutting into my bottom line, cutting my profit. They said they want to encourage small companies in the Bahamas, but they're not trying to help us. How does my bottom line go from 800 to 8,000 just in boat registration? Plus the insurances and everything else I'm not even going to bring up. But we have to do something the government can. How did they just impose these things? Why didn't they have a meeting with all the fishermen and go around the Bahamas? How did they just put this in Parliament and expect us to pay? And they say they're for the small man, but it sounds like they want to squeeze the small man out and just let the foreign or the rich people come in and take it. If I'm employing 10 people and if I have to shut down my business, that's 10 people without jobs. That's 10 young people without jobs. So how is this? Someone tell me, someone in the government, explain this to someone like me. I have no choice with what's coming up with the government, what they're doing. We have no choice. I might be in business next year. So that's 10 people out of employment. That's 10 families that they are feeding their families. So that's 10 families that are not going to get fed. Or they got to go find employment somewhere else.
You will be out of business too.
Good evening, Godwin.
You can't afford it.
I'm a part of local government here on Long Island, and the boat registration fees are really impacting our boat owners in a very negative way. You know, in New Providence, the young fellas come out of school and they buy a car. In Long Island, the young boys come out of school, they wish to buy a boat. But it is unaffordable for them to start with a boat. Having a boat on these islands, on all of the family islands, is like owning a car, because we transit between islands, between different settlements, between different areas via boat. So that is our main mode of transportation. So the fees that have been implemented, we really need those fees to be revisited, revamped, and reduced, because the average person on Long Island cannot afford the fees. And we say that we are government for the people. Let us listen to the people.